few questions. Do you like Steven Universe? And did you like ABC's new 2015 BattleBots series? I actually really did enjoy the 2015 BattleBots series on ABC. There were a few problems, particularly involving the time and the segments. Like, the show is an hour long, and there's times where you can only get like 4 matches into the time length, which basically amounts to maybe 12 minutes of fighting in a hour-long show. And really, they had time to add more matches into those episodes. If they didn't have that incident where Ghost Raptor and Complete Control had that birthday present that tangled up its blade and all that other crap, that kind of shit could have just been completely cut out. They could have maybe put Stinger versus Revolutionist in, and it would have been fine. But no, they had to have drama here and there. Like when the kids from MIT with Overhaul, they had to have this whole shindig over Dissector or whoever attacking Overhaul after the match ended. It's like, Jesus Christ, why the... You know why they do that kind of stuff, right? It's to add drama and to add tension so that people can just stick watching the show. It's like, seriously, dude. But I am looking forward to the next ABC BattleBots series that's supposed to be beginning in about, I don't know, March, April or something, somewhere around the Robo Games, and they should have it airing on ABC later on in the year. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, Steven Universe. I've said time and time again how Cartoon Network has been airing these shows that are just so stupid and so completely retarded. Like, I don't know why the fuck they brought Clarence back. Like, who cared about Clarence and Uncle Grandpa, which is horrifically unfunny. Then Steven Universe comes along and I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be another stupid-ass random show with all these ugly-looking characters with jewels on their boobs, and it's like, what the hell is this? Then I started watching the show. I fucking love this show. One of the important aspects, like I said, that goes into like putting a show together is you want characters that are likable, and Steven Universe does have an extremely likable cast of characters, like Amethyst, Pearl, Garnet, Peridot. I'm still trying to get used to Steven, and here's the problem, but Steven's acting really sucks. Particularly in the first few episodes. Obviously his voice actor was not all that experienced, so much of his lines is just like, eh. But as time has gone on, he seems to have really broken into the character. He seems to be much more comfortable. But you know what? That's natural, because the same thing can go for, like, say, Finn in Adventure Time. Jeremy Shada was obviously just a little kid back then. Now he's been doing it for, 5-6 years now, and he's got to be 17, 18 now, and he's definitely gotten better. He embodies the role completely, and I think he's done a good job. But yeah, Steven Universe, I think it's a lot of fun. I like the characters. The action scenes are pretty cool, and I love how this show is not afraid to push the envelope, particularly where we actually have Garnet, who dies and then is split into Ruby and Sapphire, and lo and behold, we have a legit lesbian couple on the show. Now, granted, this show isn't the first show to have lesbian couples. I mean, Legend of Korra had it. Adventure Time implied it, because there was, I think at some point they said that Bubblegum and Marceline were a couple, although people said at the end it was just an experiment. And the Kitty and Bunny thing from that Courage the Cowardly Dog episode, The Mask, it's obvious, let's face it. They're coupled together for life. Now, with all the good things I've said about Steven Universe, there is one particular negative, and I think it's fairly obvious to everyone. To put it in simpler terms, the fan base is not very good. Now, it's common for shows to have fan bases that have good fans and bad fans who will defend it to the end. And probably, actually, no, the most infamous incident has to be when somebody drew a picture of, I think it was Rose Quartz but somebody drew a picture, and the Steven Universe fans were so pissed off at it that they started throwing this rage fit at the person, sending death threats and all kinds of horseshit. And lo and behold, the person almost did in fact commit suicide, because these assholes were cyberbullying her to no end all over a fucking picture. Like, Jesus Christ. And this kind of shit has happened before. Like, there was actually a person who was a brony, and he was bullied because he liked My Little Pony, and he got so upset he threw himself in front of a train and killed himself. Now, in that situation, he was bullied for liking something. In this situation, these were smarmy comments by people who were fans of the show. And if you have people like that who represent fans of your show, that's not right. And that's another problem that a lot of people have pointed out. A lot of the fan base comes from Tumblr. And Tumblr have really made a complete ass of themselves in these past few years, particularly after the DashCons incident and the Gamergate incident and all this other horse shit and social justice warrior crap. And it's like, it's just a cartoon show. Same with My Little Pony. It's just a goddamn cartoon show. You shouldn't be taking all this shit so seriously. I don't think the Steven Universe fan base is completely bad, but when you have people like that who are representing a fan base as such, then that's just no good. Are there any Peanuts TV specials and or movies you could remember? Do you have any favorite Star Wars movies and or series? And who inspired you to make movies? I remember when I was younger, I would always go to Blockbuster and pick up a copy of Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown on VHS. I personally think that's the best Peanuts movie ever. And granted, I have not seen the Peanuts movie yet. I've heard good things about it, but I haven't seen it yet. So, sorry about that. Although I will say it's an automatic 5 stars for just having Baba O'Reilly as the song during the trailer. That is 5 stars right there. I've seen a few others. It's a New Year, Charlie Brown, Goodbye, Charlie Brown, and Don't Come Back, and of course there's the infamous It's Your First Kiss, Charlie Brown, where for once they finally have the red-haired girl appear on screen, and it seems like it'll be something special. It was something special, alright, because basically, if you've never seen or heard It's Your First Kiss, Charlie Brown, basically the red-haired girl, Heather, is prom queen or whatever, and the Peanuts gang are all in this football game, and when I mean gang, I mean both guys and girls. Apparently there existed co-op football games back then. Interesting. But yeah, what's really fucked up about the show really has to do with the ending, because basically, spoiler alert, the Peanut Gang loses, and they blame it all on Charlie Brown. But here's the catch. Charlie Brown was not responsible for them losing. It was Lucy, because she kept taking the ball away from Charlie Brown during the field goal kicks. And for some fucking reason, when they have the dance at the end, Lucy and Peppermint Patty and whoever start blaming Charlie Brown. And it's like, Earth 2 dumbfuck. You pulled the football away. You're the one who caused the team to lose. So making Charlie Brown the scapegoat is no excuse. You know another thing that really bothered me, and I've played football in high school? Lucy pulled the ball away. What the fuck happened to the ball? Because if you pull the ball away, that ball is still live. So, I don't know. Because you look in the pile, they're just attacking each other. The ball's nowhere to be seen. So, I don't fucking get it. The special sucked. It just sucked. It pissed a lot of fans off, and, well, what else can you do? But Charlie Brown Peanuts, I'm a big fan of it. I've seen a lot of the specials. I'll get around to watching the movie, don't worry about it, but, yeah. Star Wars movie. Well, I always liked A New Hope. Like, I watched A New Hope the most. I love the space battle at the end. Like I said, I love all the space battles. In fact, shit, I don't have it with me. But, in terms of Star Wars series, I fucking love the Rogue Squadron video games. I have the first game on my Nintendo 64. My friend, he had a GameCube. It had Rogue Squadron 2 on it, which I fucking loved. I haven't played Rogue Squadron 3 yet, but maybe if I get a GameCube from, what the hell was that place? Video games, what the fuck? But it's some, where is it? Digital Press Video Games, yes. That's where I got my N64 system back, and my new Sega Genesis system, and a few games. And also that's where the Angry Video Game Nerd got autographs, and he actually autographed a copy of my Rogue Squadron games, which is really cool. But yeah, I love the Rogue Squadron games. People are always saying, I want to be a Jedi Knight. No, I want to be part of Rogue Squadron. I want to fly an X-Wing, shoot up some TIE fighters, blow up buildings. It's just fucking awesome, man. I'd love to be the next Wedge Antilles. Unfortunately, that role has already gone to Poe. Aside from Black Lagoon, is there any other anime you enjoy? Other anime I enjoy, I like Attack on Titan. I watched Full Metal Alchemist years and years ago. I really like that. Hellsing, I'm a big fan of. And I was a fan... Dragon Ball Z was basically the first anime I ever watched. I was a fan of it then. Then after the time skip, it got boring and I stopped watching it. And I've seen clips of the Dragon Ball Super show. I don't know what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to out-humor Team 4-Star, but they're failing miserably. It's like, really, man. But yeah, I like Team 4-Star. I'm continuing to watch the Dragon Ball series, but but in the form of the abridged episodes. But it's gonna be funny. What the hell are they gonna do when they start doing Dragon Ball Super episodes? Well, they'll certainly make the humor a lot better. I'll tell you that, because all those guys have talent. They have talent. They are really funny. They know when to take jokes. I would certainly take it over Dragon Ball Super, I'll say that right now. No, I haven't seen Secret of Kells. Shows that I'm watching right now. I just got done watching Ash vs. Evil Dead. I thought that show was fucking amazing. Like, I've watched all the Evil Dead movies and they're really great. The remake was not so great, but when I heard that Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi were putting together like this TV show for Stars, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch this. And I had a lot of fun watching it. It was good to see Bruce Campbell back as Ash. There was a lot of fucking blood and gore. It was awesome. There were times where it got a bit repetitive, particularly in the episodes where they introduced new characters and you know these fuckers are all going to die. And guess what? They all died. So, but yeah, when you got Bruce Campbell dropping one-liners and going around killing everybody with his chainsaw and his boomstick, and the two other characters, Pablo and fucking what's her name? Jesus, I forget. But those guys are all right. I was a bit worried going in, like, oh Jesus, Bruce is gonna have to carry these guys. But I thought they were all right. I thought they did a good job, and I look forward to seeing season 2 when it comes out later this year. There isn't really a whole lot to watch on TV these days. It's become very bleak. American Idol is ending, so good riddance. And BattleBots won't be back for a few months. I don't know, there really isn't a whole lot to watch on TV anymore. Except maybe cartoons, but I don't know. Maybe there'll come a time when something big comes and I'll really like it, but for now, not really a whole lot. The best movie I've seen in 2015 would have to be Mad Max Fury Road. Like, again, since it's basically a reboot, I was a bit worried, wondering what it was going to be like. Maybe it's not going to be as good as the original 2 movies, because Thunderdome fucking sucked. I'm sorry, guys. But George Miller was director. I had hope. And then when I watched it, I had a lot of fun watching it. There was a lot of action, a lot of crazy stuff in it. The one problem I had with it was that Max really doesn't do a whole lot in the movie. It really seemed to focus a lot more on Furiosa as the main hero. Max is just in the background most of the time. There was one particular scene where Max was about to go and take out this these group of bastards that were following them, and it's all off screen. Like, what the fuck? How are you gonna like make a hero if you're gonna have him kill a bunch of bitches off screen and say, you know what, fuck it? But no, I had a lot of fun with it. I love car crashes and car chases. I'm a big fan of that stuff. I'll watch police chase videos online or something and have a blast. But it was a good time. I had fun. My friend Grace had fun. And they say there's going to be 2 more Mad Max movies coming out. I don't know. It's going to be big shoes to fill. I don't think they're going to be bringing Furiosa back, so they'll definitely have to give Max something to do. So hopefully they'll give him something to do. But you know what? I thought it was worth the wait. I had fun watching it, and definitely a good movie. Sometimes I see you play drums on your videos. Do you still play the drums? And if you ever plan to perhaps join a band or record your own drum beats? I do play my drums every now and then, but there really hasn't been any demand for a drummer in any band lately. A lot of my friends really don't play instruments. There are some people who have singers, but nobody who really plays guitar or anything. I'll still listen to some songs, like maybe AC/DC, which is simple to listen to since it's a very direct beat, or sometimes I'll go crazy like Keith Moon on The Who, and I'll stick on Quadrophenia and do some drum fills here and there. So maybe the time will come when somebody wants a band, and then I'll take my Tama set and then start playing with them. Who knows? Who's your favorite character in One Piece? Do you love pizza? Yes! What's your BB Ray moment from Teen Titans? Why, in your opinion, are the BB Ray moments the only good thing about Teen Titans Go? Do you love Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2? Oh shit, I broke it! Watching the original Teen Titans, Beast Boy and Raven were my favorite characters. Beast Boy was always a laugh. Raven was always that badass, really dark, moody, but you know, if you fuck her with her or make her angry, she's gonna fucking kill you. But, I don't know. But both of them were my favorite characters. There was always those little moments where they seemed to have interest in each other. And then lo and behold, when Teen Titans Go came along, they went nuts on the Beast Boy and Raven fandom. They had that episode where they kissed, which I automatically give 1 billion stars just for that one moment. And it's a real shame because they had those moments in the original show, but they never went through with them. This show does, and I really don't understand it. It's like there's always those cases where you have couples who don't seem like they'll go together. Like maybe Ron and Hermione didn't start out like the way like they'd be together. Some people would think, hey, it's going to be Harry and Hermione. No, Ron and Hermione. The goofball ginger kid and the wise brain box Hermione. And the next thing you know, in the last few movies, boom, they're together. So, no, when you got 2 characters that are this awesome and you put them together, you get awesomeness. And as stupid as Teen Titans Go is, that seems to be the one crowning light in that particular show. Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2. I've seen both movies. I actually think they're really good. People say that Kung Fu Panda is the best thing DreamWorks has produced. I think Dragons is better because I've seen both movies and I've watched the TV show. It's fucking awesome. I never watched the Kung Fu Panda TV show, though. I haven't really heard much about it. Does anybody even remember the TV show? I don't even think they do. But I haven't seen the 3rd movie yet, but I'll be planning on doing so eventually. But I think it's a good time. It's Jack Black. People always seem to like overrate Jack Black. Jack Black can do some good things. Like School of Rock, he was awesome. As shitty as Neverending Story 3 was, he was good in that. I haven't seen Goosebumps yet, but I'll plan on watching that eventually as well. Speaking of Jack Black, he actually was at New York Comic Con this year, and I was going to get autographs from him and the rest of the crew, autograph a Goosebumps poster. But these motherfuckers thought it'd be a good idea to have a line where you have to get wristbands to get your autographs. And normally it'd be fine, like maybe there's like 100 people who will only be able to get it. No, because they had one line for 6 panels for wristbands. So if there was like a panel for Adventure Time or some of those crappy shows on ABC and Goosebumps, it's all on one line. Once all 100 of those wristbands, regardless of whether show or whether movie it is, they're all gone. And they all sold out in 20 minutes. And it's like, you fucking rinky-dink company. And it's like, it's the same kind of shit with the ticket sales. I mean, the Big Bang Theory has made fun of this gag already, where you're trying to get tickets to Comic-Con or something, and you're constantly refreshing, because you want to get a 3-day pass. And guess what? As soon as the computer stops crashing, the tickets are all sold out. Like, I was going to get a 3-day ticket for 3-day pass for Comic-Con. Guess what? Saturday sold out instantly, and it's like fucking worthless shit. Like, Jesus. Yeah. I'll probably still go to New York Comic-Con every now and then if somebody's cool showing up, but Jesus. To put up with that shit, especially since if you go to like Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con, those places get packed, like solid. It's like if there was a fallout shelter and everybody in the world is just shoved into one building. It's a fucking mess. But you know what? When you get to meet celebrities and get their autographs, it's a lot of fun. So there's some positivity to come out of it. What's your video editing software? Or what do you think of the inflation fetish shit? For video editing software, I use Movie Maker to it's basically the easiest software you can use to just cut frames and whatnot. But I do use Pinnacle Studios if I want to add any effects or whatnot into it. And also I use Pinnacle Studios for when I'm uploading my reviews to YouTube. And I have to I basically did what Botchamania's Matthew was doing now and putting the screen inside of a picture and sticking it into the middle of the screen so that you can still watch it, but you're still able to override the whole copyright claim. And it worked, although one fucker at Fox apparently wasn't fooled, and he flagged my Revenge of Maltazard, Arthur and the Revenge of Maltazard review. And I was able to file a counterclaim. I can't monetize it, but before I filed that counterclaim, the review was only available in the United States and the Cayman Islands and 220 other countries. And it was blocked in 220 other countries. And I'm like, aren't there only 190 countries in the world? Where the fuck are these extra 30 countries coming from? I don't know, maybe Mars is a company or is a country or something. Jesus Christ. But you know what? Fuck it. It's only one video. I'm still making some money. I got 2 other jobs right now, and I'm making a lot of money off of YouTube, so it's all right so far. Cartoon characters who are fat and bloated and have fat coming out of their waistlines, and me, I'm a genetic freak. I'm the big bad booty daddy. And if these people knew the kinds of strategies that they did to get back in shape, they wouldn't be drawing these fat, out-of-shape some bitches like that fat-ass Samoa Joe going around, big butt bursting out of their clothes, fat asses. They get no sympathy from me. Trying to get sympathy from all these other people on the internet, well, they're not getting any sympathy. They gotta learn, they gotta look at a genetic freak like me. Now ladies, I ask you, would you go out on a date with me? A genetic freak? Or that fat son bitch Samoa Joe? I hope that answered your question. Are there any cartoons at the moment you feel are overrated? Oh, everybody loves a little controversy. There are shows that a lot of my friends like, but I just can't get into. Rick and Morty, I know a few guys who are big fans of it. I watched a few episodes, and all I'm thinking is, it's just an adult satire of Back to the Future. You got the kid, you got the crazy ass doctor scientist dude, and it's like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this. And same thing goes for Bob's Burgers. People enjoy it. I just don't see it. I just don't find it funny. I just find it boring. I don't know. And like again, I look for characters that I really like in these shows, and for the most part, some of the characters are just boring or unlikable. And I'm sure there's other people who like them, but I don't know. I still watch South Park. I still watch Simpsons. I'll still watch the occasional Family Guy when they're not trying to piss fans off with these ridiculous, controversial episodes. But what can you do? What kind of robot would you build with an unlimited budget? A 250-pound version of this. What are your thoughts on the Friendship Games? I haven't exactly been a huge fan of these Equestria Girl specials. There are a few music videos. I fucking love the music video shorts that they got going there, like Past Is Not Today and Friendship Through the Ages. Those things are pretty good. I did like Rainbow Rocks. I thought the first Equestria Girls was average. Rainbow Rocks, well, not Rainbow Rocks, fuck me. Friendship Games. I thought the evil Twilight Sparkle thing at the end was pretty cool, but they didn't really. It's basically they're trying to do like a reversal, basically a Mondo Bizarro of. Holy shit! I'm wearing the Mondo Bizarro shirt. Can't believe I didn't notice that. They're basically trying to do a role reversal with the with. Now basically Sunset Shimmer is in the Twilight Sparkle role, and the human version of Twilight is in the Sunset Shimmer role from the first movie. That's fine. Unfortunately, they didn't really cover the Equestria game portion all that much. Like they had those couple games here and there, but I think there was only like 5 minutes worth of stuff. And then at the end they just completely give up. Like what were they trying to do? Capture the flag or something? They didn't do fucking Capture the Flag. They just had Twilight turn into stupid, evil, sexy Twilight Sparkle monster and destroy everything. Like, really? That's the end. I don't know. I thought the ending was pretty good, but it's like they really could have put a little more substance into this thing. I mean, come on. It's the Equestria Games. You're supposed to be focusing on the games. No, you're just doing all this other random junk and trying to do like add, what is it, copy and paste of stuff from the first one. It's like, personally I think Rainbow Rocks is the best special in the series so far, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to continue making these specials. We'll just have to find out. What is your favorite season of the original Teen Titans series? It would have to be the 4th season. My father is very evil, and he had Slade do his bidding. He ripped my clothes off and tried to rape me. Okay, that's evil. Yeah, the 4th season I really enjoyed. Obviously, like I said, Raven, I really like Raven, and the 4th season was hands down when the show was just at its darkest. You got Slade coming back as a zombie, you got the world being completely obliterated by Trigon, and he's basically just turned into this molten hot place. And you know, it kind of begs the question, you know what really bothers me about some of these villains who want to destroy the world? Why the fuck do you want to destroy the world? I mean, what are you going to do when the world's destroyed? You're not going to have any food. You're not going to have any land. You're just going to have Trigon sitting on the T-Tower like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm king of this fucking rock, yeah. Like, what the fuck are you going to do then, huh? Any plans? Are you going to colonize Saturn next? No, I'm just going to stand here in my giant T-shaped chair, just rocking out all my little demons and all my little Mondo Bizarro Titan characters going around. Yeah, it's some hot shit. Hey, want a Fireball whiskey? Okay, that's random. But yeah, I love season 4. I also liked season 3 a lot. There was a few episodes that I really enjoyed. My favorite episode of the show has to be Haunted, which is basically this Robin is seeing this like vision of Slade beating the shit out of him, and it's sort of like if you took Teen Titans and crossed it with A Nightmare on Elm Street. And I fucking love A Nightmare on Elm Street, so that kind of episode worked. So yeah. And I have actually seen footage of like a Teen Titans and Young Justice crossover. I am a bit upset that it's not going to have the original voice cast, because I love those guys. But it does look promising, so we'll have to see how that turns out. And finally, what are your hopes and fears with the new Robot Wars TV series returning this year? Well, when I first saw that Robot Wars was now coming back to BBC, I was excited, because Robot Wars was what got me into robot fighting. Now, positive-wise, I can't wait to see a lot of the British Spinbots return, because the current arenas that they have over there in England, they're considered Class 3 arenas, which means they allow flippers, crushers, but they don't allow spinners because the arena is not strong enough to withstand the power. And because there's a possibility that there could be shrapnel coming flying right out the arena, which is something that happened at an event in India a few years ago. Some bastards built this rinky-dink arena in their school, and they had this big vertical spinner just rip a piece of metal off one of the bots, and it comes flying straight through the screen and whacks one of the kids in the face. That's pretty much the worst case scenario when it comes to the events, that somebody's going to get hurt by flying shrapnel. And the current Robot Wars live arena that John Finley has going there, it's not built for spinners, but what I do understand is that the BBC is working on a full metal arena that is designed to contain spinners, so I'm excited for that. Now, there have been pictures of the house robots that have still been in storage somewhere in England. They still look intact for the most part. I don't know if they're going to be bringing them back or not, because they are actually, I don't know if they're still going to be in the same kind of shape as they were back in the early 2000s, like particularly Shunt, who was completely beat up at the end there. And also because they're actually upping the weight limit from 100 kilos to 110 kilos, which is on about the same weight as most of the house bots like Shunt and Dead Metal. So they're most likely going to be building new robots, new house robots. I don't know if they're going to have them all ready in time, and because they're actually going to start filming in March, so they have a month to start building them. Or maybe they'll just take the original house bots and just upgrade them a bit. Maybe give Shunt a Streamek or something like that. Or maybe they'll have maybe they'll have some of Jono's house robots, because I know Jono owns Matilda, and he also owns Major Damage, which is basically a much bigger, heavier version of Mr. Psycho as seen on TV. So, I don't know. And also, it's going to be tricky knowing which competitors they're going to have on the show. Like, I know Storm 2's going, Ripper's going, Behemoth is going. Stinger is not going, obviously, because it doesn't have an active weapon. Hypnodisc isn't going to be there. I have seen pictures, and there has been talk that Razor might be returning, which makes sense because they had the Razor team appear on BattleBots with Warhead, so there's a good possibility that they'll be showing up with an upgraded version of Razor, obviously upgraded with more weight, because now you have an extra 22 pounds or whatever to work with. So hopefully they do a bit of a better job handling that. Because BattleBots I thought was good, but it certainly could have been handled better. You can't have just a show with that is an hour long with only 12 minutes of fighting and 40-50 minutes of people talking and drama and whatnot. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Woo! Well, I'm sorry I wasn't able to answer all your questions, but I had fun. I hope you guys had fun, enjoyed what I had to say. Hopefully didn't enjoy what I had, some of the shit that I might have had this. I don't know. But I'm going to be continuing to upload my backlog to YouTube for my Hardcore Kids show. I'll most likely have those remaining Robot Wars episodes I'll be uploading. And I'm going to Robo Games in California in April, so I'm certainly looking forward to that. So, with that said, this is the end of another Q&A for me. So until next time, peace out.